Hey, it seems that Starfield is starting to encounter some issues I didn't initially expect. When I had the chance to play in early access, everything was going smoothly, and it was almost surprising how well things were progressing. There were moments when I was having such an absolute blast that I started to believe that this might be the most polished game that has ever been developed by Bethesda. Of course, it's a Bethesda game, so glitches and bugs were to be expected, as with any game. Unfortunately, after a hotfix and an update, things took a turn for the worse. What do I mean by this? There have been numerous reports of various bugs and glitches popping out of nowhere. So how has this affected Steam, the reviews, and everything? Well, to be honest, quite a bit. This has recently had a significant impact on the game's review. Many players over there have been leaving negative reviews on Steam. For example, you can find some of these comments here, with one user saying this, quote, "Okay, the game has a good side, but I'm currently locked in a mission and unable to advance or play any other part of the game. I've reported this bug and Bethesda responds they are aware of it. Wait 10 days, no change. This is literally unplayable. There is no game left to play. I'm locked on a planet. All the missions are complete. There is a bug that they are aware of, but no patches. Just put a button outside of the elevator. Just have the door automatically open. Just code the mission to skip, go to the elevator, and let me continue. Don't spend your money on it. At this point, I'd like a refund." This is just one of the many recent reviews that have been posted. For example, here's another one. Quote, "It starts out okay, but the bugs, freezes, and crashes progressively get worse to the point that the game is unplayable. This point is well beyond the refund period, so you're stuck with an extremely expensive pile of refuse." Now, this is pretty much it with what he had to say, and there's more comments just like this or reviews that can be found on Steam. It's not just a Steam issue, it's not just a PC problem. There are multiple bugs that can be found not just on PC, but on Xbox as well. So it's not just a console or a PC problem, it's both. And it seems this trend will persist unless Bethesda acts fast. Well, it's easy to acknowledge that there are bugs in this game, so let's discuss some of them right here. Number 1, the most notorious bug is related to the Dreamhouse. If you are not aware of this issue, allow me to explain. Currently, there are problems with placing items inside it. For instance, if you were to put down a cup or a snow globe, there is a chance that the item will clip through the floor, causing the loss of these items. Overall, decorating your house within Starfield can potentially leave you penniless, not to mention a bad taste in your mouth. There has not been a single response from the developers, so at this point, we really do not know if this is going to be addressed on the next patch. And if you're wondering whether the items are recoverable, the answer is no. Once the items have fallen below the map, they will just keep dropping. Number 2, there is a way to make your ship invisible, which can be done either intentionally or accidentally. During a playthrough, there is a chance that your ship can mysteriously become invisible. While this can happen accidentally, it can also be achieved intentionally. By duplicating your ship, then switching between the original and the duplicated aircraft, you can make your ship completely invisible. The solution for this issue can be done by repainting your ship's color, or you can swap out a part. It's up to you. The best and affordable option would probably be just repainting the ship. This is what I would recommend, and you should definitely try it out if you are experiencing those issues. Also, let me know down below if you have been experiencing more bugs. Number 3, players have encountered the new Atlantis in space bug. This bug can potentially corrupt your save and might bring either Atlantis or an asteroid along with you as you travel across the galaxy. Now, as amazing as this sounds, it's simply not worth the risk associated with this glitch, because a few weeks ago, I found a way to transport the Den ship alongside your own. These two would remain connected no matter where you traveled, and even occupy the entire map when arriving at a landing zone. If you were to travel to a planet like Jemison and then leave, this action might also attach an object to your ship or even possibly bring New Atlantis with you. I've posted the tutorial in the past because this would also allow you to pick up an infinite amount of items. Overall, you can grab just a bunch of items easily, but there are issues when you do try to use this glitch, which is what I've just stated. Number 4, unplayable missions and quest bugs. There are several quest lines currently experiencing issues and not functioning as intended. A notable example is a mission located in Neon, that revolves around the group at Madame Sauvage. In this area, there is a high chance that a door can become automatically locked. The solution for this issue is quite simple. Punch a nearby NPC, and if done correctly, the NPC at the top will come down and unlock the door. Unfortunately, not every bugged quest can be fixed by knocking out a nearby NPC, but in this case it works, and it's quite hilarious that that's the fix for it. Number 5, last but not least, there is a significant issue with ships landing. This can pop up randomly, and there is a solution to this. There is a chance that when landing, your ship will become unusable, or in some cases, it might just fly away and do its own thing, leaving you stranded on a planet. Regrettably, you cannot resolve this issue by opening up the map. The best case scenario is to wait for another ship to land, then board and pilot that ship off the planet. So now I do want to finish up the video, but I'm going to talk about a few more examples right here. Let's take a look at the top here and see what this says. Quote, "I'm stuck on a barren planet. My ship has despawned and I can't fast travel. Also, Andrea does not need a suit apparently." And as you can tell, there's a lot of proof there as well. And then if we take a look at this next image here, this fella landed on a planet and all docked ships are empty and including the landing sites. As it says, quote, "All docked ships empty and all landing sites locked up. I sent this bug to Bethesda a month ago. Anyone else having this issue?" Then someone down below responded with, "Yes, I did too. Happened after high price to pay for me, I think. Had to go back 2 days worth of progress to find an unbroken save. In my opinion, you can't count on Bethesda to fix this, so don't hold out." And then there's some more stuff there, of course. And sure, we could say that it's just a few bugs, but no, it continues onwards here because in this clip, you're going to see that this fella had a poster literally right in front of him. This is probably the most strangest bug that I've ever seen, where a poster has literally followed you and placed itself in front of your ship. Insane. Then, just to give a few more examples here, because I just want to give you guys a good idea of what's going on here, this fella was trapped on a planet where it was completely empty. This means there was no NPCs, no enemies, no buildings to go to. It was just a complete wasteland. This is another strange glitch that just kind of popped out of nowhere, and it seems that this is just continuing on. And so here's the last bug example that I would like to show you. Quote, "All the money that can buy bug. If you are on Xbox and it is your first playthrough, I would recommend doing the mission All That Money Can Buy when you get to it, before doing any other quest. I didn't do it right away and the quest bugged out. Walter was chilling at the lodge and wouldn't spawn at Neon. I lost about 14 hours of gameplay because of it. Just saved and went back to a previous save before that mission." These are just a few of the numerous issues and bugs that have been affecting the game recently. We can only assume that this patch will be arriving shortly, and when it does, I will update you all on the glitches that have been fixed and any bugs that have been addressed. And speaking of the glitches, this is something that I do not want to be patched. I actually want the glitches to remain in the game. But if it has to do with something like the Dreamhouse glitch, where your items can clip through the floor and then potentially fall underneath the map, that sucks, and that should be fixed. Now, on the other hand, if they do fix a good portion of the credit glitches, then that's going to be a huge bummer, because that's sort of what they did previously. They fixed all of the glitches underneath the map, so you can no longer grab the chest, and in return, they did nothing when it came down to all of the bugs. This is where things sort of just seemed weird, and you kind of wonder, where do they place their priorities at? Is it to fix the game? Or in the end, is it just to fix and patch glitches? Now, I can understand if this game was online only, sure. And let's say that I found a duplication glitch and I'm duplicating a bunch of items. Then yeah, they would definitely patch that quickly, because there's a lot of players out here that use RMT to trade items. And plus, it's a glitch that can potentially ruin other people's experience, and they do not want that to happen. Sure, that makes complete sense, but now with everything going on, it's a single player game, it just makes no sense for them to patch those things. Of course, maybe there's a perfectionist over there, a developer that just seems to want to patch everything, including bugs, but again, we have yet to see any bugs fixed. Maybe there was one thing in the previous patch notes which had to do with the quest, but hopefully we can see more in this upcoming patch. With that being said, I hope that you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please comment down below, because I will be responding back within the first hour or two. Also, while you're commenting, let me know if you have experienced more bugs. We've got to talk about this because then maybe, just maybe, we might receive another patch here shortly. I'm sure there's some sort of plans in the works, but maybe we can fix some more things along the way. With that being said, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video.